We are in the process of standing up the office right now.
So I've been here 2 weeks, so we're in a big learning phase.
Margaret Woolley Busse and Zachary Boyd are tasked with taking on one of the most revolutionary developments in human history, AI.
This is really exciting for Utah and frankly, the world over if we get really ambitious. This new office, the Office of Artificial Intelligence Policy, is designed to proactively keep our eyes on this new technology.
After insight from the challenges of regulating social media, she says Utah needs guardrails for artificial intelligence without hurting businesses and still protecting the public.
To be able to proactively observe and learn about what's happening with these technologies.
You're almost like AI. You want to learn from what's happening and then make it better.
That is a great point. It's very normal for governments and for regulation to just get out of date, particularly with the pace of these technologies advancing so incredibly quickly that if you're not watching it, you just get out of date very quickly.
As the office determines what areas to focus on first, they've heard concerns about privacy, job loss, and AI used for decision making.
The doctor is using the large language model, that artificial intelligence model, to make a diagnosis or to do a treatment, to perform a surgery. So figuring out what the patient needs to know fairly so the patient can make a good decision, that would be one way that we could think of.
To set up guardrails for AI, you've got to understand it, and Zachary Boyd certainly does.
I was trained at BYU and UCLA and Chapel Hill.
He's an expert in machine learning.
They have 1 trillion parameters in them, or they have billions and billions of numbers that describe their behavior. So of course, no one can fit in their head all at once what each of those billion numbers does at the same time. So there's an air of mystique to them, but there's also I understand a lot of things about them.
As director of the Office of Artificial Intelligence Policy, he's recruiting others for this think tank with his same skill set, who understand how AI is generated and what it is as a mathematical object. He's also running an AI learning laboratory to help companies feel confident using AI.
We'll be able to observe their data. We'll be able to provide this regulatory mitigation so they can try some solutions out in a sandbox environment where we keep it small so not too much can go wrong.
In the future, the office will create recommendations for the legislature, and make no mistake, the country will be watching.
To our knowledge, no other state has set up an office like this.
Hopefully, if we set things up right, this can be a huge benefit for the rest of this generation, but especially for the next generation.